Welcome to the Post-Shift Podcast, your raw look at the hospitality industry, brought to you by SHC. What is happening, Post-Shifters? Welcome back to another episode of the Post-Shift Podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Shawn Soole. I did a seminar for Camosun College, a local college in Victoria here a couple of weeks ago, and of course I recorded it, and I'm trying to record everything that I do now. I'm trying to be very proactive on that. So I've chopped it up into little sections, and you'll see those episodes over the next couple of weeks. I hope you get a little bit of value from them. There's a lot of stuff that we discuss. It's a lot of students who are in the Mixology course at Camosun, and that's part of the PDD Advanced Hospitality Management Program. Most of them are going into like hotel management and front desk, that sort of stuff, but there is people that are doing food and beverage as just a section of their course load. So I thought I'd give them some insights. They come to my, one class comes to Clive's once every 6 months or so. And so I thought I'd give them a little bit of context on the industry. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Thanks as always. Bye. And so it's not a you problem, it's an us problem, is my biggest push right now.
It's a good way to take it, right? How do you solve the problem by opening up and exploring it?
Well, but if you have massive turnover, it's not the people that are leaving, it's you. Like in our industry, it's always like, oh, it's the staff. Like, no, it's fucking not. It's not. If you have people leaving every freaking 2-3 weeks, then that's you. That's a you problem. It's not a them problem. Like, you're not doing your job properly. Like, if you take if you're an operator, an owner, a manager, if you take what's the word? I shut it in my brain. If you take everything that happens, good or bad, to your business and take full control of it, it is always going to be you. Like, I hired such and such, they screwed up, they had that person leave because they were being a dick, you didn't nip it in the bud, or you didn't sit down and have a chat with them, that's on you. And I think there's just too much, oh, well, it's them. It's their problem. It's not me. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Just have a hiring fair, hire 15 people. After summer, cut them relentlessly, like a lot of venues in Victoria do. Like, I think that's brutal as well. But yeah, it's a us problem, not a them problem, personally.
If you have any other questions before we turn Shawn's Monday, which is
yeah, I got to go and edit 66 pages of a cognac certification course I'm building right now. Yeah.
You mentioned you work with a Thai staff. Change a lot when you have high season?
No. So during summer, Jaden goes back to school, so we sort of lose one body. She goes from working 3-4 days a week to 2 days a week, which we don't usually do, but because she's been here so long and she's awesome, I'm okay with it. We pretty much have the same amount of staff, high season, low season, anything. So this room is weird. This room is 67 seats, 75 seats. So when you get into management, there's always rooms that are like 3 servers is too many, two servers not enough, and it's that like happy 2.5 that it would be perfect, which usually I step in and I'll start working shifts just to ease some of that pain. So that's what this room is like on a busy Friday, depending on what people are eating and drinking. So Friday, like this week just gone, Friday night's perfect. 177 covers on Friday night. A little bit lower per head spend, which usually means that we had a lot of pre-drinkers before dinner or a late rush where people come in after dinner and they're just here for one cocktail go. Saturday night on the flip side, we did 135 covers, but a much higher per head spend, which then takes in, I look at the food sales, and I'm like, okay, people came in for dinner, stayed for a bit longer, our wine sales were a little bit up, so everybody sort of stayed here for a dinner style. That still takes as much work as if you're doing high volume. So it still takes the same amount of staff. And so we don't change up our staff at all. The opportunity for staff to go on vacation in summer is much higher. And so a lot of people take more breaks and holidays during summer than what they do in winter. Once winter starts rolling or fall, winter starts rolling, like there's no vacation time. Like no one's going anywhere.
It's kind of interesting. It's almost the opposite.
Which I don't mind.
Yeah.
I really don't mind. I can take on vacations. I can take quiet nights, that sort of thing. Once we start rolling into this November, I've got like 3 cocktail classes I got to do. We've got a buyout. We've got 3 or 4 dinners this month. So like that's pretty full on. So we get into our like busy season, and it is literally like a light switch. As soon as fallback happens, like last night's fallback, yesterday's fallback, we literally go from like that, where it'll be slow start to like line up at the door at 5 o'clock. As soon as the sun goes down at 4:30, it's our time. So we're stuck in the back of a hotel lobby, not a lot of natural light. So when it's dark, it's money in here.
Like your strengths, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I just wonder about the training and the competition things. Like
Yep.
How much percent you put on those things?
So budget-wise, we usually do about 1% of our total revenue every year goes to training. So that is a contingency fund as well as like set out stuff that I do. So 1% from my total budget for the year goes into that. So it's a substantial amount of money. It's $6.5, $7,000. For competitions and stuff, depending on what it is, like Harry does World Class most years. So World Class is a big competition. This year he went to Halifax for the Nationals. That's a little bit more intense. So Harry gives me all the challenges. I sit down with him and I'll mentor him as much as possible. I try not to go too far with him because of my stand in the industry. I would never want Harry to win something like World Class, and people go, okay, well, Shawn just helped him do it. I want Harry to do as much as possible. But we'll go through and like it's a blind tasting. Okay, let's blind taste a whole bunch of stuff. And I'll go buy a bunch of stuff. We'll spend, and it's usually like, okay, Harry, 2:30 on Thursday, come in for an hour and a half. We'll go through cocktails. We'll go through this, that, everything. So it's a bit of personal time on me. Money-wise, yeah, about 1%. And I think every venue should be doing 1% of their total budget on training. If they're not there, that's where, like I said, the new generation is all about tangible. I always say with these training modules that we do is I want my staff to be so knowledgeable and so certified that no one else will hire them because it'll cost too much. That's the honest truth. Like if you're a server and you leave here with six certifications, including WSET 2 Spirits, you're not going to be asking for minimum wage at a different job. Like you'll go like, no, I'm $1.50 more expensive. So we're a union here, so they get paid that here. So, but competitions is more personal time. Certifications is a laid out thing that every February I put into my actual budget, including a spreadsheet of who's gained what over the time. So yeah. So there's another interview question when they say, "What have you got any questions for us?" Yes. How much do you spend on your staff every year and your budget? Is it at least 1%? Shawn Soole says.
It should be.
It should be.
Well, I thank you for your time, Shawn.
No, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you.
Hiring people.
Thanks for listening, Pose Shifters. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really enjoy sitting down with friends and peers and just chatting about the industry and getting down to the nuts and bolts of what's really going on out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, everything on all the platforms. Just hit it up and I'll do my best to answer any queries or questions you have. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.